Hello there, me hotties. Dinky-Doo, 'tis me, Scottie McClue. Good evening, me hotties. And a very, very warm welcome to our TikTok and our YouTube. How lovely to have you with us. And Dinky-Doo, let everybody know that we're here. Tell 10 to tell 10 to tell 10 that Scottie has popped up 6:15 on Saturday evening. Saturday, the 27th of November, 2021. Isn't it incredible how quickly the time flies? Time flies when you're having fun, I always say. So there you are. So lovely to have you with us. And a big dinky-doo from me, Scottie McClue. Excellent stuff. Welcome, welcome, welcome to our pop-up. Now, very, very important is just to let you know that the phone-in is absolutely superb. Just amazing. Which one did we reach last night? Was it 89? So I think tonight is probably number 90. I'll check that for you. But it's getting on that way anyway, which is just huge. There are tremendous stuff. Wonderful, wonderful. And if you can do your bit and tell 10 to tell 10 to tell 10 to tell 10, that Scottie McClue is live just for you on TikTok and YouTube. And of course, you can also follow me on the Twitter as well at Scottie McClue. There's Ewan joining us, Dinky-Doo. Lovely to have you all with us. Welcome, 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 I say. I'll just say a very good evening to all our lovely YouTubers here as well. Fantastic. Good evening. And I think I'll put in Dinky-Doo as well, because I think that's a nice touch, isn't it? Good evening and Dinky-Doo. We'll leave it all in uppercase because I am, of course, Floatai. There we are. Fantastic. So what I could do there is pop in Floatai, First Lord of the Internet. There we are. Excellent. Right. That's gone up on the YouTube, and that will let the YouTubers know what is what. Hello, sir. Hello, Dinky-Doo. Lovely to have you with us. Big up the Scottish Massive. Absolutely. Auntie, Dinky-Doo. Hello, my friend James, says Dinky-Doo. Good, and Dinky-Doo to your friend James. Very, very important that everybody knows that Scottie McClue is live on the TikTok. Good evening, Scottie from County Down. We, Scottie, you know we love you in the County Down. You are the star of the County Down. Good evening, Sir Dinky-Doo. Hello, Donna. Lovely to have you with us. Hello, Scottie. My dad used to call up the radio and argue with you about politics. Is your dad with us yet? If that's the case, then he needs to call up tonight at 9 o'clock for a bit of argy-bargy on the YouTube channel with the internet phone in. How tall are you, Scottie? Just about 6 foot, just slightly shy of 6 foot. My father was, I think, 6'2" or 6'3". Do you have a wife? Don't be ridiculous. Who would have me? What part of Ireland are you from? We're not from Ireland at all. Well, that's not strictly true. Every single one of us is actually from Ireland via the African Rift Valley. So we're pretty well all Irish, to be honest with you. Guys, if you're watching on TikTok, have you all followed? Please do. I think it means going up to the top left and clicking the plus sign. Dinky-Doo, Scottie boy, Dinky-Doo. Lovely to have you with us and a very, very warm welcome. This is amazing. Dinky-Doo to you, like Mike. There we are. Riddick. Riddick. Yes, indeed. You are Riddick. Is that your name? I say to you, Riddick Dias. Lovely to have you with us, Riddick. And welcome, 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 I say to you. What a nice name as well. Follow us as soon as you can. Thank you, Brandon, for following. Very, very much appreciated. Let's have a follow fest. Everybody watching follows. There we are. Some bunnet, mate. Do you like it? Where are you from? I'm originally from the west coast of Scotland. Isn't that gorgeous? Hello from Afghanistan. Hello, Afghanistan. We hope you're well. We weep for you and with you, and we pray for you. Follow us as soon as you can. Thank you, Gary. Very, very much appreciated. Everybody following is appreciated, big style. Let's get these figures up. About 900,000 have watched the lives, and I've only got 18,500 followers. Somebody said the other night, maybe it's because you're boring. Don't think so, or they wouldn't have watched in the first place. 900,000 people do not watch a boring person. I have had a bad day. I nearly got shot. It was crazy. Dillian, you need to be very, very careful. I don't think we'll ask for the details. Can you say hello? Yes, I can, Alfie. I don't know what the word is. I think your finger slipped. There we are. Dinky-Doo, please say hi to Dylan, my brother. Okay, okay, the new. What's actually mean? Okay, the new means all's well for now. Okay, the new. Yes, indeed. Do you like Belgium? Belgique? Je t'aime, Belgique. Oui, je regrette, mais je ne parle pas français très vite. Si tu parles lentement, peut-être je comprends. Oui, je t'aime, Belgique, Bruxelles. Mon the gallant 42, absolutely just. There we are. Can I have the phone, please? Well, Donna, the phone is not on at the moment, but if you wanted to phone me, then you probably could do. We'll see if we can put it on for you and see what happens. Please, can I get on? Yes, indeed. Kareem, Dinky-Doo, lovely to hear from you. It's just to let everybody know that tonight at 9 o'clock, Saturday night, 9 p.m., everybody in the universe should congregate at the Scottie McClue YouTube channel. All right, get yourselves on there. Scottie McClue's YouTube channel. You can look it up, or you can go to the TikTok URL, which is on the TikTok bio, and you can join me there. Dinky-Doo, I'm back. Welcome, Callum. Do you hate us all in England? We don't hate at all. English people are beautiful. Yes, we don't have any hatred at all from Scotland. We're just not sure about subsidising Westminster for the rest of our lives. Kareem, thank you for all my beautiful gifts. Kareem's sending TikToks, mini speakers, red roses, all sorts of gorgeous things. I think there was a red rose in there. Maybe wrong. Maybe it was the GG. There we go. Fantastic stuff. Kareem, thank you so much. You're a very generous man. Every single TikToker is so kind to Scottie McClue. If you've got any spare TikToks or roses or anything like that, please pop them in, because it all goes to help with the internet phone-in. Thank you very much. Can you say, no, could never say that, Callum. Sorry, La. There you are. Try saying it yourself. That should work. That would be very, very good indeed. Welcome. Scottie, how are you? I think I have a very controversial question tonight, Scottie. I'm sorry. Why should you ever be sorry, Kareem? You have nothing to be sorry for. No regrets. I say je regrette rien. So lovely to have you with us. Can you explain the internet phoning? Yes, I can indeed, apprentice. What you have to do is go to the YouTube channel. Now, you'll see the URL for that just under my TikTok bio. Click on that and subscribe to the YouTube channel. Then at 9 o'clock sharp, I shall pop up with the phone number, and you can phone in if you want to. There we are. We think there's a small international charge, but you could check with your providers. And if you get it cheap, then come and join us. Crystal says hello. Hello, Crystal. Did you read the Bruins as a kid? Without fail, every single Sunday. The Bruins, Ur Wally. Yes, the Sunday Post, all the time. Big Bruins and Ur Wally fan. Love the DC Thompson stuff. Fantastic. All the comics. Do you remember the comics? The Beezer, the Topper, the Dandy, the Victor, all these. Geez, I thought you were John for a moment. No, no, no. You don't need to elevate me. Yes, it's just me. It's Scottie McClue. So there we are. But thank you. Oh, yes, great days. Absolutely, Talboy. Fantastic stuff. And I did enjoy them. Some of your favorite characters. What about Corporal Clot? Or was it Hero Clot? I think it was Corporal Clot, was it not? And Dennis the Menace. Who else did we have? Lots and lots and lots of them. And then remember Desperate Dan. I liked him with his cow pie. I had a friend in Kirkcaldy, and he said, you must come and meet my uncle. And this great big guy was sitting smoking a pipe, and he says, we call him Desperate Dan. Isn't that lovely? Dinky-Doo. The Cape Crusader has joined us, so we're all right. I like them pictures behind you. Do you like these, Crystal? That's me. These were presented to me at various points along the career road. I made cow pie last night. Excellent, Mark. I hope you're enjoying it. Wonderful. Dinky-Doo. Thanks for joining us, everybody. Fantastic. You're watching Scottie McClue, the first lord of the internet, #FloatI. This is very, very big. And at 9 o'clock tonight, it's the phone-in, the internet phone-in. We'll include the TikTokers in it, so we'll be live on TikTok at 9 o'clock tonight. Don't miss that. There we are. Fantastic. Follow us as soon as you can. Dinky-Doo. Now then, follow us, guys. Thank you very much. That's lovely. And thank you to all our beautiful followers. It's so much appreciated. I've got 989, 1,000 likes. And we've just started. And we've got 1,000 likes. Isn't that beautiful? I don't think anyone remembered it. Well, Mark, it's true. A lot of people are very young on TikTok and on YouTube and might not remember. There we are. Scottie McClue, Joey, Dinky-Doo, welcome. Guys, can all of you follow me on TikTok and subscribe on YouTube? Please actually make a big thing and do it now. Hi, Scotty buddy. Hi, Martin. Lovely to have you with us. And Dinky-Doo. Love it, says Joey. This is your style, Joey. And the phone-in, you will just be beside yourself with joy. It's the next big thing. It's happening right now. It's the big thing now on the internet, and it will just absolutely explode. You think about it, a talk show on the internet worldwide with Scottie McClue. What's not to like? I've just uploaded a little video to TikTok this afternoon, and it just explains that when I was on the radio, I had 118,000 people listening per half hour of a 3-hour show, and they listened for the whole 3 hours, and that was every day of the, 5 days a week. Now, people can't get that on a week. What about that? And that was in a half hour. Where's my haggis, says Depeche Machine. Depeche, we will get you a haggis. I don't think it's called that. I think it's just a haggis. That goal is etched in my memory. Tell boy, absolutely. Let's get 1 million followers on TikTok and 1 million subscribers on YouTube. There's no reason not to. That person was funny swearing, says Martin. Yes, last night. Oh, very silly person. Can we have a tube later tonight with the box? Yes. Oh, absolutely. Yes, we'll play the box for you if you wish. I have the box handy. Hello, my friend from Athens in Greece. Gif Koulior is here. Yasu, my friend. And is it Kalispera now? I say to you, Kalispera. Yes, indeed, because it's not quite Kalanachta. There we are. We'll see who this is phoning us. Hello, you're live on Scotty. Who's that?
Hello, Scotty man, it's Martin.
Hello, Martin. Did you just decide to do a wee call?
Yes, Scotty
good.
Man, yes.
Well, good for you, my boy. Well done. It's lovely to hear you.
See, that guy last night was saying that bad word to you. I
yes.
had to laugh at that. That's some halfway idiot last night.
He was an absolute halfway. He just got half the word out, I think. He was trying to say, I am a fun guy.
I know, because he said, I think he said F in education, I think he said that.
Yes, something like that. Yes, and there's no F in education, as we know.
Yes, I know, mate.
And what about this? No, not me. Remember, chum, pal, Sonny.
Sorry.
No, don't. You don't ever need to apologise. You're always spot on. But it's nothing to do with you, Martin. It's not really a Scottish word, and we've kind of adopted it. And I think it spoils the Scottish language, calling people mate when we've never served with them in the Navy.
I know.
You know.
Thank you for adding me on Facebook. Inviting me to
oh, did you get that?
Yes, I did.
Good, Martin. No, you're very, very welcome. Listen to this one. Yes, Kalispera from Greece. Now, Kalispera is good afternoon. So we're saying Kalispera. And Yasu, of course, is welcome. Hello, you know. And a shout out. What about this? Monty Brown says, shout out for the Marine Corps in Quantico, Virginia. Isn't that beautiful? In America. We're absolutely international right now, Martin. This is huge.
Lovely.
We need everybody to subscribe to the YouTube channel. TikTokers have got no excuse because the link is on the bio.
Emma's feeling a lot better now. She's on the mend, and she's in my mum's, and I'm heading back to my wee house in Adroston to do a few jobs. Then I'm going back to Mons to pick her up tomorrow in the morning. So I'm staying at my flat, so I'll see you live on...
Martin, that's brilliant news. Well, give us a wee call tonight then.
I will, because I'm going back, because I'll see you through the laptop tonight at 9, because I couldn't do it last night, because I couldn't get through properly, because I didn't have a laptop in front of me, but I'm going to flat in the night.
And we were so busy last night, Martin, it was almost impossible to get through.
I know.
I think that's just the way it's going to go now as it grows, you know.
I know. And that idiot swearing last night.
The idiot. The half-witted idiot. We cut him off in plenty of time. I think that we kind of thought it might be coming. Do you know what I mean? Because he wasn't really, you could tell he wasn't particularly intelligent. You see?
I think it's because Tim was discussing about school education, and when he mentioned that, he said, hello, my name is Jake, my name is so, and he said, fucking education, that. What's he on about?
Well, I think what it had done, maybe it had triggered him, you see what I mean?
Yeah, because maybe Tim was mentioning too much of school education, and he didn't like it.
He didn't like it, and he got triggered. Yes, absolutely, because not everybody loves school.
I think he pointed at maybe at him, maybe. I'm in my mind.
Yes, maybe he was an idiot in school and he's embarrassed about it, so he thought he'd come on and try and see if there was any way he could, I don't know, take away from Kareem's call, you know?
I know, it's funny.
But you see, you never ever will, because Scottie McClue's so well known. 2 billion people know me throughout the world. Did you see the wee video I uploaded today, Martin?
Yeah.
About the 118,000 a half hour. Yes, now these were good. That was the listening figures on the radio. That's pretty good, isn't it?
Yes. But I am going to download the other shows that you did last night, past couple of nights. I'm going to go and download the Fridays and the Thursdays. Download that when I go back in.
Good man.
And my day's been good. I've been out again in the Christmas markets again.
You're a great man, Martin. You get about, I'll tell you.
I know. Plus, as well, I've got a free bus pass. I can go everywhere.
Oh, brilliant. That's even better.
I've been to Aberdeen. I've been to Inverness, Skye.
So tell me, Martin, do you take the express buses if you can?
Yes, I do.
Yes, because I took a local one and I was on it for 2 hours.
No way.
I'd have been better walking along beside it.
Plus as well, the Aberdeen bus takes about 3.5 hours to get to Aberdeen.
That's brilliant though, because it takes you that anyway. That's a long road and it's full of speed cameras.
The best part is in the bus, Scotty, you get juice and cakes and wee treats.
Oh, really? You never used to get that at all.
You do. You get an old croissant, you get an old biscuit.
Wow.
You get a full box of iron brew like every half an hour or an hour when you get both, right?
Isn't that lovely? Good for you, Martin.
I know.
I think I'll need to take a wee bus trip.
Yes, you should, Scotty. You shouldn't it? Oh, sorry, buddy. Sorry.
No, you're fine. Don't worry. Don't get paranoid about that. It's not the end of the world. It's just, I just thought I'd mention it.
Aye, I know.
You know what I'm saying? But sometimes it's very difficult not to, because it's becoming part of our language.
So why is it part of the English? Why is it English not?
I don't know. English people have always called each other mate, but I think it comes from matelo or matalo, serving in the Navy.
So you think Scotland doesn't?
Scotland's kind of had it foisted upon them. You see, words come into the language and then people start using them. For instance, if you listen to politicians, they tend to use the same words as the others. And it sounds like they're all singing from the same hymn sheet. They're not really, but it sounds like they are. So they say things like, yeah, what we'd like to do is ramp this up. Now, there's no such term as ramping something up, but they've made it up and then it sticks.
Yes.
You see, so it's that kind of stuff. And the BBC radio used to have very high standards of language, but I've noticed they're slipping a wee bit recently.
Yes.
So they need to be kept in check, you see.
your TikTok the subscribers doing and your YouTube?
My YouTube and TikTok are doing superb, but I need a lot more subscribers. You see, people are lazy. They go, I'll do that later. And all it means is one click. You just click the red button that says subscribe. That's all they have to do, and they need to do it. You shouldn't really. I would quite like to make it so that you can't watch the phone in unless you're subscribed.
Yeah, I find that's best to do. Like ban people that don't subscribe, but don't let them watch it.
Aye.
Subscribe to your channel.
Do you know that we've got 3,000 likes already?
Have you? Wow.
You see, Martin, if you're doing a local radio station, you can't ban everyone or you wouldn't have any audience. But when you're on the internet, there are billions can watch. So you can actually set the agenda and say, look, get subscribing and get following, and then we can talk. You know what I mean?
Are you going to upload this video on YouTube?
Yes, it's on YouTube right now as we speak.
No, sorry, I mean, are you going to upload it so I can download it later
Yes, yes, but it's on YouTube right now, so it will upload.
Okay, thank you.
And then you'll be able to get it, you see?
Thank you.
No, not at all. It's a pleasure. And we'll catch up later tonight.
Yes, I will. Buddy, I will.
You take care of yourself, dear boy. And Dinky-Doo.
Dinky-Doo, love you, bye.
Love you lots. You're a great man. Bye-bye now, Martin. There we are. What a fine fellow. Right, Martin, he gets about, I say. Now, what have we got here? Love Story. Somebody is doing a bit of spamming here. I think we'll see what's happened. Has everybody subscribed on the YouTube? Please do. Just click the red subscribe button, and that's you ready for the phone in. Here's somebody calling. Let's see what they're saying. Hello, you're live on Scotty's phone in. Who's that?
Hello, Scotty.
Oh, I've got two people on here, have I?
I don't know. Does it sound like two people?
It sounds like two, Pablo, absolutely. Are you there?
Yeah, can you hear me any better?
Yes, I can. I can hear you.
Right, I was moving about. Right, it won't take too much of your time.
No, you're fine, Pablo. You fill your boots, my dear man. It's lovely to have you with us. I mean, I wasn't planning in doing a phone-in, but it's lovely to have people like yourself on for a wee chat.
Well, I just seen you live, to be honest. I said, what's Scotty doing on live at this time?
Well, I pop up sometimes just random for different times to let people know that the phone-in's on at 9 o'clock in the evening on the YouTube channel.
Right, so it's like a little bulletin.
It's like a little bulletin, like a little promo, just to say, look, here's what's happening, because the only reason the whole world has not yet joined us at 9 o'clock at night is because they don't know about it.
Yeah.
Because you think of all the people that used to say, how long have you been on for? I wish I'd known. You see, that thing, because everybody loves Scotty McClue. One of the things I can be 100% sure of, there's nothing wrong with the product.
Well, that's it.
So it's just a question of everybody getting to know about it and then arranging to come and join us.
Well, like you say, someone said word of mouth the other day, so I've just passed it on to my friend.
You're a great man.
I told him to ring up. But anyway, Scotty, I've got two kind of jokes, right?
Yeah.
One of them's a bit longer than the other, and one actually happened in real life. But
right.
My daughter got me with this one today, and I said, I've got to get Scotty McClue for it. Scotty McClue with it. You ready?
Right, go.
Right, Scotty, think of a bat, and then say the word wing 3 times.
Think of a bat.
Yeah.
And then say the word wing, wing, wing.
Hello, Scotty McClue, who's that?
We love it. I've got a great knock-knock joke for you. Right, you start.
Knock-knock.
Who's there?
Don't know. I think mine was better, Scotty.
Yours was definitely better. Absolutely. Very good. Well done.
And the last one was my actually happened just a few days ago. My missus had the nurses round taking some bloods off her.
Right.
So my missus turned around and says, "What are you checking for?" They said, "Just the basics and that." So she said, "I could do with me iron checking." So I turned around and said, "There's one in the cupboard if you need to do some ironing."
That's another one. I've bought me missus a lovely new belt and a bag for her Christmas. So that's the vacuum cleaner back working again. It's terrible, isn't it? It's shocking. Although I remember women being devastated when their husbands bought them kitchen things for Christmas. You know?
I don't know why.
I don't know. They used to say, like, "What are you getting me, ma'am?" You say, "Well, I'd thought about a deep fat fryer."
Because it might benefit us.
Yeah, that's what's going on, really, isn't it? Let's have it straight.
Well, I've seen a video. It's very true, Scotty. This month, and if you give a woman a few things, you know what I mean? You give her a knife and stuff like that, or vegetables, she'll cook you a nice food. And I think that's very true. What you give a woman, she'll exchange in something else. So I don't see why some women would get upbeat about, "Oh, that's sexist." You know what I mean? If you bought her something like, I don't know, kitchen knives for Christmas.
Well, I don't know. I mean, a guy wouldn't get upset if she bought him like a drill.
Yeah, I'll tell you what, Scotty, my partner's hands on. She does stuff like that.
You know, what are you getting, Dad, for Christmas? Well, I'd thought about maybe a bench vise. Do you think you'd like that? Because there's a beautiful one and it's reduced in the ironmongers. I was thinking about a Spear and Jackson number 4 spade. Because he loves that allotment. You know, all that kind of stuff.
You lost me on a few of them jokes, so I'm going to have to put you back, but you cracked me up that much in the last 3 days that I'm on this absolute roll.
I am so glad, Pablo, because if anybody deserves a good laugh, it's your good self.
Cheers, Scotty.
You're a great guy. And the stuff that you've put up with, my goodness me.
Well, you got to keep going. Like you say, it's like I don't know if you know me, like, on it feels like a weird spiritual level, but some of the stuff you come out like, you're strong and that's why you got through it. That's what everyone says to me, and I know it's a common saying, but for you to come out and say that, and we've only had a few conversations.
Well, no, I mean, we don't know each other in that sense, but I don't find you a stranger, if that makes any sense.
Yeah, that's very true. That's very true.
Do you know what I mean? I'm not talking to a stranger. I'm talking to my mate Pablo.
Exactly. Hey, Scotty, it was funny when Martin come on and called you mate. You said, "Don't use that. It's not the Scottish."
No, well, I don't think it is. I mean, I'm not pulling Martin up because Martin's a really nice guy, and he would never say anything offensive, and he doesn't need to apologize. But the thing is, I don't like the term mate when people don't know each other. And I don't like when it's used sarcastic, like, "Hey, mate, that's my parking space. Come on, mate. Come on, mate. Can you pull forward, mate?" Now, in Scotland, we've got another one. We've got pal.
You got pal.
So it can be used as a plus. You know, "Hi, Pablo, pal. Are you all right, pal?" Or it can be used as a, "Oh, come on, pal. Don't park there, pal."
Yeah, it seems more polite than mate, but I think that's more of a northern thing.
Friend is another one. "Hey, you just want to watch your mouth here and here, friend." It's a bit strange, that one, you know.
Yeah.
You know, somebody, it's kind of a threat. "Hey, you need to behave yourself, friend." You know.
I never thought of it like that, Scott.
Although I've said to be, my friend is quite nice. Can I say something to you, my friend? There's a lovely one. I don't know. You'll love this. It's a guy who was a Scottish nationalist about 20 years ago. Probably still is. And he phones Scottie McClue. And he says he wants a republic in Scotland. Now, nobody in their right mind would ever consider wanting a republic in Scotland because independence would be toast. Right? Any threat to the crown, and that's the game's up. Do you know what I mean? So you could split the parliaments, but you can't interfere with the crown. And Her Majesty the Queen is the head of state for Scotland. You see? So anyway, you get the nationalists doing the, oh, we'd like a republic, all that kind of rubbish, right? So this guy goes, can I say something to you, my friend? I said, you can, my friend. So if you want a real good smile, go onto your YouTube channel and put in Scottie McClue talks to Willie about independence.
Right.
Scottie McClue talks to Willie.
I'm not sure if I've heard it, but I will definitely.
Well, you might have, I don't know, but it's an absolute scream.
Yeah.
And I remember a friend of mine who was big in radio going, this is just brilliant. It's just genius.
Yeah.
Scottie McClue talks to Willie. What's that, lad?
Do you know what I'm like? It's weird. I like to visualize things even through like the radio, and I think that's what grips me. With the television, you can visualize everything because you can see it. But it reminds me of the olden days, like what they would do during the war or something like that.
Yeah.
And I used to love just listening to the radio, even just growing up, 17, 18, because here you had two people that you couldn't see, but they were having a debate or something. I found that intriguing, and I played a game of chess a couple of days ago, a few games of chess with my partner, in fact. So we had one of your old shows on, and it was like a blast of the past. It was just at that moment, someone playing a board game and listening to the radio, Scotty.
Well, I must tell you, I phoned a friend in the car one day, and I was telling him some stuff, and he was laughing and going quiet, and I said, are you all right? Have you got somebody with you or whatever? You know, because he was on speaker in his car, hands-free. He said, no. I said, I just want to keep listening. It's like listening to the Scottie McClue show. And he was loving it. You see, I'll tell you what I did today, Pablo. I was just telling Mark, you probably heard me. I've uploaded a little TikTok video onto TikTok and YouTube. And it just illustrates that I had 118,000 people listening in a half-hour segment to the show.
Yeah.
So in 30 minutes, 118,000 listening. Now, let's just put that in context, because I'm a great one for putting things in context. That was happening when nobody virtually had a mobile phone, when nobody was virtually on the internet, when you couldn't have online listening because it didn't exist, when you didn't have a studio cam looking at the presenter. Now, you can see me, I can't see you. Now, it would obviously be better for you if you couldn't see me. But I think there is magic in just hearing people talking. And one of the things I used to find in the radio, people would come along to see Scottie McClue, very often out of curiosity to see what I looked like.
No, yeah, that's very true as well, because there's been times in the past I thought, I wonder what they look like, you know, when you hear the voice.
And all these voices, we don't know what these voices look like. We don't know what these people phoning look like. And you see, I like the anonymity of the phone-in. That's why we don't tend to do second names. We don't tend to do information and all that kind of stuff. We just talk to the people.
And that's it. It gives you this anonymous thing as well. Because most of the people, even when they're coming up and coming on, Scotty, you say, my name's Paul. It's not necessarily have to be Paul.
No, all I need's a name to call them by. I'm not bothered what their name is. I'm not bothered about anything, what their race, their creed, their color, their background, their religion. That's what makes our show so magical, because nobody has to justify themselves. And that's why I think, okay, it might be funny that a half-witted idiot phones up to try and swear, but he's wasting his time more than even ours.
Well, that's it. Maybe he thinks he's going to get a good laugh off the audience, but...
Well, he's not. I mean, the audience are just thinking, what was he all about? And why would you waste the opportunity to talk to Scottie McClue if that's the best you can do?
I don't know. I think you spotted him a mile away because you was waiting for him to say something.
Yeah, so was you.
Intelligent, yeah. And I knew it as soon as he said that word that come out of his mouth, and just booted him off. I thought, bloody hell, Scotty. you know what I mean? You're like, you're the master of the switchboard now, you're the master of the internet, you're the master of the radio.
That was quick, wasn't it? We got him away quick.
We have to add it onto the CV now, Scotty. Master of the switchboard, Lord of the internet.
Absolutely. I'm now doing my own switchboard. And I mean, it is, I've got to say, I'm certainly not in any way complaining, but I am doing a million things during the show. Do you know what I mean?
You are. You're multitasking on so many
We're
levels.
multitasking crazy.
You know what, Scotty?
What's that, Lar?
You're actually, when I say multitasking, you're actually dealing with the control system of the chat, and many people have people like what they call moderators.
Moderators, yeah. I've got two chats running here. I've got YouTube chat and I've got TikTok chat.
Wow, you're a very clever man, really, to be doing all of that.
Well, I don't know about that, but Joey says the right honourable gentleman says I've subscribed. Joey subscribed to the YouTube channel. Brilliant, Joey.
Amazing. You've got a great memory as well, Scotty, and I was surprised when I asked you the other day, can you play chess? And you said no, because I thought someone with a memory like you, maybe you played it.
Well, I mean, chess has been very beneficial to a friend of mine socially because he's been introduced to a queen, 2 bishops, and a knight.
Yeah, but I heard that one. I thought you were going to say the one about the tablecloth.
The tablecloth. Took him an hour to pass the flavoured salt. No, I like that sort of idea. You know, I mean, I think I probably would like the game.
I think you would, Scotty. There's so many battles that can be won and lost mentally and physically on the board. And what surprises me, is they don't teach it in schools no more, and they don't actually take the kids.
See, they should do. Well, I do know that there's a chess club in a lot of schools.
I don't think there is. No, I don't know about Scotland.
Yeah, no. Some of the Scottish schools have got a chess club, a voluntary thing.
Right.
Yep, and I even heard the other day about a signing class for people learning sign language, to say thank you.
Oh, that's amazing. Well, it'd be nice to hear if Karim comes on tonight, because he knows about the school system. Ask him about the chess, Scotty.
I'll ask him if there is. I will do, Pablo. I've just had Joey says I've got a perfect present for the missus, an ironing board.
Hey, you don't do much ironing these days because the dryer does it for him, really. No?
Well, it does, to be honest. I mean, I've got my work shots, and you pick them up. There were something like 3 for £8. You know what I mean? And that's reminded me of a joke for you.
Go on, Scotty.
A policeman walked up to me and said, "Do you think we're going to need the cuffs?" I said, "No, I think you look very smart with the short sleeves."
That's a good one. Hey, Scotty, going on about the police officer. That wanted me to bring something on there. The word mate, police officers hate it. If you say mate to a police officer, the first thing that comes out of their mouth is don't call me mate.
You see, I would never ever do that, but I have heard police officers call other people mate. Excuse me, can you step out the car, mate? Come on now. Now, I think we need to be back to the formal there. Always. I have a huge respect for the police, and if they pull me in for something, which they have done, because remember I was around at 3, 4 in the morning in a big prestige car driving around Manchester. So they were going, hang on a minute, what's he up to? So the old blue light would go on, and I would pull in immediately, and I would get out and go back to them and say, "Is there a problem, officer? Good morning." And I remember one night they stopped, actually, and I went back and says, "Is there a problem?" And one of them says to his assistant, "Get back in the car, Scotty McClue. I'm not getting into an argument with you." And they drove off.
That's a good one. They won't win. There's very few that will win an argument with Scotty McClue.
No, but I mean, I would never. I always have the biggest respect, because I think when it's officialdom, play the game. If they've stopped you, then there's a reason for it. Here's another joke for you, right? Policeman stops a guy, right? And he says to him, he says, "I've been flashing you. Did you not see the blue light?" He says, "I was telling you to stop." He says, "Well, I slowed down." He says, "I asked you to stop." He goes, "But I slowed down. It's the same thing." He says, "Okay, I've got this baton here. If I start hitting you with it, do you want me to stop or do you want me to slow down?
That's a decent one. Scotty, did you see the guy in camouflage?
I never saw him. It must be working. Brilliant. You got me there.
I said it on the chat the other day, Scotty. I said it and I thought you seen it.
You got me there. You know,
I didn't get you with it.
Apparently a chap came round to my house wearing camouflage. I never saw him.
I never seen it. Hey, I'll tell you a quick story, actually. I told you that we went up to the mountains ages ago. I think I shared the story with you.
Yeah.
My mate was telling me that you can see clear skies up there. We wanted to go stargazing or see if we could see UFOs, so to speak. Anyway, a weird thing happened where 3 people sort of stopped near our car, and there was a guy who was about 6'4", 6'2", in camouflage army gear from the top to the bottom, and the shoes. Anyway, we get out the countryside, and when we get out, I said to my friend, and he was in the army, I said, "Did you see the guy in the army gear?" He said, "No." And I thought that was bonkers. How can an ex-army man miss a guy who's
yeah, but I told you the story, didn't I, about the Gurkhas and the commandos?
I think so, yeah.
Yeah. Can you remember that one?
I don't really know, Scott. You might have to refresh
the commanding officer of the Gurkhas, who's a British officer, spoke to the commanding officer of the commandos, and he said to him, "My men will visit you tonight." The commando said, "My men are every bit as good as your guys." And he said, "You think the commandos are as good as the Gurkhas? Well, we'll see." He says, "My men will visit you tonight during the night." Anyway, the commandos sat up all night watching every blade of grass. No sign of the Gurkhas. And in the morning, he said to them, "You never came." He said, "Ask your men to turn the boots upside down." And there was little chalk marks on them put there by the Gurkhas.
Wow.
They'd been and gone.
Like a thief in the night.
Yeah, absolutely. And these guys, amazing. You know, brought up, trained in the jungle, the whole lot. They would just go, just a centimeter by a millimeter until they eventually reached.
That's a true story, Scotty.
Partly so, yeah. Well, wow. I mean, the guy that told me knows a lot about these things. I know a lot of senior military people. So I would imagine, but I can't tell you a time scale for it. So it could have been the Second World War. It could have been the 50s, the 60s, the 70s. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, that's amazing.
I mean, I heard the story 40 years ago. So let's say the story then could have been 20 years old. That's 60 years ago. Do you see what I mean?
Very interesting.
I love this one. What about this one, Pablo? 2 bits on TikTok here. I've never been to Scotland, but I've seen Scotland from Belfast. Can you actually see Scotland from Belfast? How amazing. Wow. The beautiful Maria Knight has sent me 10 red roses. That woman spoils me. And, Pablo, since we came on, I've got 4,200 likes on TikTok.
Wow.
And I popped up for 5 or 10 minutes. We're just coming up to 45 minutes. Wow. I love this one, Creature Preacher. The hell's going on up in here? And the brother Henry VIII just called and he said, "Can he have his cat back?" I love these people. Scotty, we love you. So we all say Dinky-Doo says pricey pranks. Now you see, I love that. There's pricey pranks. You know, I mean, fantastic. We don't need to know any names.
Yeah, but Scotty, the people must keep you going to be in this kind of job for so long.
Well,
must be something that keeps you going.
Well, I'll tell you what it is. I could have decided to chuck it in. You get half-witted idiots that go, "Why don't you just give it up, you old fool?" And I say to them, "Give up what and why?" Now, the real answer is because they're absolutely green with envy. Yeah. Because they get irritated at people sitting up on the phone in chatting to their pals. Some people love it 100%. In fact, everybody loves it, even the jealous one. But of all the 7 deadly sins, jealousy to me is the worst.
Oh, yeah.
because it creeps in. It can be your pal, it could be your family, but they get jealous. You will have people who are jealous of you because they say, Pablo, because he was poorly when he was little, he got everything he wanted.
Exactly, yeah.
You see, they don't understand the big picture. They don't say, do you understand what Pablo put up with? Do you understand how lucky we are he's with us? You know what I mean?
Like you say, jealousy can be hidden very well, though, Scott.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, but it comes out. It comes out with these half-wits on the internet because they can't contain themselves.
They can't contain themselves very well. But what I'm saying is it can be hidden very well. Like even a friend would think he's a very good friend, and yet that jealousy has lived in that person from day one.
Oh, yeah.
And he's probably using them for, I don't know, benefits and things like that, you know, what they can get out of the friendship. But that jealousy will surface at one point. It has in my life with people, and I know what it looks like now, Scotty.
It just comes out, Pablo. They wish they were you. You see, now, what I would say to anybody who's watching this right now and thinking, oh, God, why doesn't he give it, right? Why don't they just leave it and stop watching?
They've got nothing better to do. And Scotty, if you give them 10-minute airtime, say, okay, you do the show, but see how good they really are.
Well, or they could start their own stream. I mean, I had to save up for the new computer, and everybody was very, very helpful. So we could just get things that were up to modern internet speeds. We're just heading for 5,000 likes, Pablo.
Nice one. I remember saying to you, Scotty, at the time when you was on the radio station, and he was saying, we're not too sure if we want to play music or radio shows. I said, Scotty, go and get a line in the house or something. Just disconnect it when you're not on. Get things rolling.
Start your own.
I think I can see. Yeah, I can see how it's going now. It's going really well. It's going to take off. I can see it getting really busy at Christmas.
It will just suddenly explode because people will say, what do you mean Scotty McClue's on? Where? How? And then you've got other people that go, he must be dead now. He must be about 90. No, you get that over 5,000 likes. What about this one? Mon the Indie. In Canada, we can say either, what you up to, buddy? Or, hey, what you up to, buddy?
Buddy, you know, that's another one. Some people don't like the word buddy.
Well, I can remember when I was in Lancashire, bud was the big thing. Hi, bud. You all right, bud?
I heard in America, I'm not sure if it was America or somewhere else, but bud meant something else. It's almost like a man flirting with a okay, bud, and that's why they didn't like it. I'm sure it was even America. Yeah, basically, it was like, what you doing, bud? It's almost like saying, you know what I mean? Not like a secret language, but like, do you want to go on a date or something like that? If you use the word bud at the end of it. Yeah, or it was CB code. I might be getting confused with C. I think it's something to do with the CB.
Oh, good buddy. No, it's good buddy from the CB radio.
Yeah.
Hey, good buddy. What am I hitting you with here? It's the Orange Tiger here, over.
Yeah, and when I was researching the CB, someone was saying the phrase buddy can be used in many ways, and it's not really what they should be saying on the CB radio. Because I went back into it last year, but I've just drifted out, Scotty. There's no one else on the radio. I got through to someone in, I think, Germany and Switzerland at one point. So
what was this, as a radio ham?
No, but basically, it was still classed as FM radio, but you could go slightly higher without needing a license.
All right.
And I basically had a CB aerial that was 21 foot high.
Oh, for goodness sake.
Like a silver rod that's got it, and I only had it, you know, one of them washing posts, concrete washing posts on the ground.
Yeah.
I only had it there, and I had it cable tied and duct taped, and I was booming out. It was weird because I was struggling to get across, like, you know, the city because of the, I don't know, the traffic or the buildings.
Yeah.
But I managed to speak to people in Switzerland and in Germany.
Well, so much to do with height and line of sight and, of course, power. When I used to go for job interviews, I would start and say, do you want to ask us anything? Now, a job interview, if I was advising somebody about job interviews, I would say, don't ask them because they might not know. But I would ask a lot of the senior management and some of the stuff they didn't know. I would say, what's your exact power? What's your, what direction are you? Blah, blah, blah. Where's your aerials? Where's your transmitters? You know what I mean? Because that's the information I need to know what kind of job I could do for them.
I guess you'd need to know all that. But,
yeah, well, that's all I need to know. I mean, we know the product is fine. It's been tried and tested for 30 years. And everywhere Scottie McClue goes, as you know, whether it's the northwest of England, the northeast, the Midlands, London, Scotland, central Scotland, east Scotland, west Scotland, it doesn't matter. It's a winner.
That's it. Where Scotty go, we go. That's what I was saying to you.
You know, I mean, there's a saying in the media, whoever has McClue has the market.
Is that what it was?
Yeah, and these figures just bear it out. And the other big saying in the media is, if Lou Grade had been alive today, Scottie McClue would never be off our television screens. Because Lou Grade was the king of showbiz, and he could see great talent that other people couldn't see.
Yeah,
because he brought us the Muppets. And your other great talent was round your way, the Bernsteins, with Granada Television.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
And they already owned all the cinemas round about as well, the Pink Palaces. Fantastic.
Well, it's like you could put anyone on the radio now, right? And they wouldn't have all your charisma or anything. And that's why they talk about sports all day long, because they haven't got any. You know, you have so many random people phoning up about random subjects, but when it's sport, it's easy to stay on the track. You know what I mean? They're not.
Well, I think that's why they do sport, because it's a cop-out, because they don't understand something like Scottie McClue, which is talking about real people with real people. You know, they say, yeah, but I mean, if you get these folk on, nobody's going to listen. I say, would you take another look at the figures? What do you mean no one's going to listen?
No, you was definitely prime time, and even the people that are coming back now, Scotty, they all share the similar story. Either they used to listen to you back in the day, or they were very young and they used to probably listen to the mum's radio while she was listening to it.
Well, do you not remember we used to get guys on, young guys, jokingly threatening us? You say, I'm a Viking, I'm going to run you through with my sword. And then you would hear the mother come in and, right, get that off and get your beds. They go, oh, Mum, we're talking to Scottie McClue. I don't care, get it off.
Really? Oh,
brilliant.
You was that big, and everyone wanted a piece of you, Scotty.
It was just so funny. And of course, with a massive, massive youth following, which will happen again.
Definitely, Scotty, would you accept, say, I don't know, a high school kid phone and to have that intelligent conversation? Would you allow them to speak?
Well, I would say, yeah, I prefer, obviously, that we have adults on just the way things are nowadays.
Exactly, that's what I was thinking.
Do you see what I'm saying? I mean, but what we didn't used to do was ask about age at all, but you could tell the way some of them were speaking that, you know, they hadn't quite reached, you know, and they used to go, I am doing it, Scotty. You know, it was really just, it was very, very funny. But I mean, you weren't really talking back to them to any great extent. You were usually cutting them off.
Yeah. It's a shame because some of the kids these days, especially in high school, they're quite intelligent.
Oh yes. I mean, I don't think there's any age limit, and it's a public forum, which is obviously very healthy. Do you know what I mean?
My kids listen to you, Scott. I've got my son here. I've got my daughter who follows you on TikTok, and she said, you know, before she knew about the copyright and not being able to sing, bless her.
Oh, I'm sorry about that.
Yeah, it's all right, Scott. And she turned on and she said, I think he'll let me sing because he looks like a nice man. And that's what she said about you, Scotty.
Isn't that lovely? Well, say hi to her and thank her very much. She's obviously a chip off the old block.
She is. She's good. She's been with us for the weekend. So's my son. So it's all good to keeping me busy. They're keeping me from going to the nightclub and being stupid, mate.
You don't need to be stupid at all. You're a very sensible guy. Pentagrampi says, you seem happy. Are you in love? Yes, I'm in love with all the beautiful people on here. Hey, Jesus loves you all, says B. Dawns in America. And Glasgow Rangers, says Jaden. I don't think he's in America. I'm at my friend's house and opened this live and he recognized your voice. Independent, Dinky-Doo. The man which shines in an otherwise bleak world, Mr. McClue. How do you do, says Kirby the Annihilator. There we are. I love your live, says TikTok. William Wallace turned in his grave in 2014. I didn't know what my missus looked like till I turned the light on. I've just reached a different level of TikTok. Thank you very much, Mr. Sins. Hello there, Dinky-Doo. You've reached the best level. Flat Earth, says Garanza. Possibility, Garanza. We might discuss that again tonight. Flat Earth.
Yeah, the Flat Earth. I've seen someone come on the show. I don't know if you've seen it, Scott. It was a TV show, actually.
Still Game, hilarious. They reckon I was the inspiration for Still Game.
Still Game?
Yeah, absolutely. What about this one? We had a chess club when I was at school. That was 20 years ago, says Independent. Lol, says Deepesh. Yeah. Cancelled our chess club. Not enough players for a game. See, I used to play, what's the one? What's the game that you sit and you stare? Poker.
Poker, yeah.
And I used to play poker with my black Labrador because he was brilliant. But it was no good. We had to stop it because every time he got a decent hand, he'd wag his tail.
I used to be a good poker player, Scotty, but it takes far too much of your life. Some of the tournaments back in the day were 9 hours long, and you're like,
well, this is it.
I'm not going out for this. And then you probably get beat off a stupid hand and not made for money. And
no, this is the problem. I don't like people. I don't like the concept of gambling, actually.
No, to be honest, it's bad. I know they say stop when the fun stops.
Yeah.
But when the fun stops, it's too late because the money's gone.
Well, the money's gone, absolutely. I have some Scottish genetics, says Krishnik.
Scottish genetics. Hey, that thingy, Scotty, what was it? One of the old radio stations where some guy started saying he don't like the Scottish people, they're not very nice. The English people are better. And then that guy come on and read that poem. I thought, wow. I mean, he sent shivers all over.
Ah, fantastic. Yeah, I saw your message. Thank you for that. Deepesh says I was in Florida and getting a station from Holland with my shortwave radio. J Gaming sent me mini speakers. It looks like you eat exotic meats. Yes, I do. I have things like haggis and mince. There we are. The English, Dinky-Doo, says Kreshnik. There we go. Scottish has a better culture. There we are. Fantastic. Now, what else have we got? Lots and lots of people on here. He knows about this. Yes, right. And hi from Scotland. Hello from Brian in Ireland. Isn't that fantastic? Pablo, I'm going to have to dash. We are out of time.
No worries, Scotty. I don't think I'll phone up tonight unless...
See how you go. There's no problem either way.
I'll listen anyway. I'm going to definitely listen, but I've obviously took a lot of time up now, so let's see what someone else can bring to the table.
Hey, absolutely. You're a top man. Love you loads. Dinky-Doo.
Love you too, mate. Dinky-Doo.
See you, buddy. All the best. Quality chat. There we are. That's our Pablo from Salford. That's it, guys. I'm going to have to dash. So there we go. Let's say cheerio to our beautiful TikTokers. We love you. Thank you, TikTokers. Fantastic. One tiny call. We've got a minute, have we? Hello, you're live at Scotty's Funny, and who's that?
Dinky-Doo, Scott.
Ah, Dinky-Doo, Glenn. How are you, la?
I'm good, thanks. Everything went fine on Tuesday anyway.
Ah, brilliant. Is she okay?
Yeah, we just did a precautionary thing, to make sure that everything's going smoothly.
Oh, listen, thanks for ringing, guys. Glenn's ringing from Sheffield, guys. Well, he's a Sheffield man. He's in the Midlands, and his good lady had to go into hospital because she's expecting, and he's just letting us know she's okay.
You have to be precautionary, don't you, Scott?
Oh, you have to, my dear boy, yes.
Yeah.
And listen, are you going to join us tonight at 9 o'clock?
I definitely
certainly am, Scotty. Yeah, what's weather been like?
Oh, we got blown to bits yesterday.
Snowing.
Bit calmer today and a bit of snow round about.
You can't beat winter's well and truly here.
Winter's here, my lad. Dinky-Doo. Well, I'm going to have to dash off.
Nice one, Scotty. I'll see you
See
later.
you, lad. Love you loads. Ta-ra now.
Love you.
Top man. That's our Glenn Dinky-Doo. Guys, we're going to have to push off. What a fabulous, fabulous live. Thank you very much. See you all at 9 o'clock. Subscribe on YouTube and tap the bell. There's a Scottie McClue saying Dinky-Doo to every one of you. Dinky-Doo, la.